What's going on, everybody? It's Nick with Facemask Fantasy. The NFL draft is complete, so it's time to look at the landing spots and how to approach the rookies from a dynasty and redraft perspective. If you like what you see and hear from the video, I only ask that you like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Up today, wide receiver Ricky Pearsall out of Florida, the 6th receiver selected in 2024. Pearsall was considered by most to be a top 10 prospect at the position this year, but maybe not quite a first-round pick. So it was a bit of a surprise to see San Francisco take him 31st overall. Obviously, the 49ers felt strongly enough about him to make the move, and now Pearsall finds himself in a rotation behind Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk, stud playmakers who have also both been subject to trade rumors this offseason. Nothing appears to be imminent on that front, especially now that the draft has concluded, but the circumstances make Pearsall an intriguing player to take the long view on. If and when the team moves on from one of their incumbent starters, the draft capital would suggest the team expects Pearsall to assume a full-time role. So, who is Ricky Pearsall, and what should fantasy managers do with him in their drafts? Pearsall stands 6 feet tall, weighing about 190 pounds, and has developed a reputation as a strong route runner with good hands. He caught 65 passes for the Gators in 2023 for 965 yards and 4 touchdowns. The catches and yards both led the team and were easily career highs for his collegiate career. As of now, Pearsall figures to be headed toward a role as his team's slot receiver. At the moment, Jauan Jennings primarily operates out of the slot, but he only had 19 catches last year. Pearsall figures to overtake Jennings relatively quickly. The problem, as far as immediate opportunity for him, is everything else on this offense. Deebo and Ayuk are the clear-cut starters in 2 wide receiver sets, and of course, San Francisco also has all-world Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle, who is still an upper-echelon NFL tight end. Not to completely discredit Jennings, he's got 3 years of experience on Pearsall, something that will keep him in the mix. At best, Pearsall will be 5th on this team in opportunities, and it'll likely take an injury or a trade of one of the top receivers for him to gain fantasy relevance in 2024. For dynasty managers, drafting Pearsall could be a bit complicated. He's a late first-round pick in 1 quarterback leagues and a mid-second-round pick in superflex leagues. Generally, teams with picks later in the round are contenders, and so those managers might have more of a desire to target a player that can help them sooner than later. If you're a rebuilding team that has acquired draft capital in the form of trades, spending a late first or early second on Pearsall is more palatable because teams in that situation aren't necessarily looking for an immediate payoff. Weigh the options of your team's current outlook before proceeding with Pearsall, but he's an enticing option for those who have the flexibility to be patient. To that point, for redraft leagues, Pearsall currently isn't on the radar. He'll be buried on a good offense if San Francisco doesn't pull off a trade involving Deebo or Ayuk. Pearsall could have his weeks, but as of right now, we can't possibly expect him to hold value as a bench player in 10 and 12 team leagues. We will, of course, continue to monitor this situation as it progresses, especially in the event of a trade. But what do you guys think? Put any thoughts you have about Ricky Pearsall or this situation as a whole in the comment section below, and we can have a conversation about this. Until then, this is Nick with Facemask Fantasy. Thanks for listening.